What makes a good Lego set? You might be saying the quality of the build, or maybe the value it provides for the price, or maybe you just really like the minifigures. Now all these answers are correct, but today I don't want to talk about any of those. I want to talk about the actual building experience. The thing that makes a Lego set, well, a Lego set. And although the building experience is one of the 3 main criteria for reviewing a Lego set on the official website, many people such as MandRproductions don't even talk about the building experience while they're doing comparisons of different Lego sets. Which is why today I want to shed some light on that and talk about how great the building experience can improve the overall set. Firstly, I want to talk about the thing that made me make this video in the first place, which is the Destiny's Bounty. And no, I'm not talking about the general hull design. No, I'm talking about the actual dragon head. I've talked about this before, but I just think that this dragon head is probably the most unique and probably the best brick-built dragon head that Lego has ever made. And it really reflects on the building experience. Having all those different layers of stud on top bricks and all those slopes and plates add together to get that eye that's actually a cupcake piece, and using a shield piece as the connector to the mouth. Like, all of these techniques are just so ingenious, and it's always so interesting to see how these type of unique and sophisticated designs are made. The fact that every part of it is so intricately made and employs so many unique types of pieces that we would never expect just puts it a grade above all these specially molded heads, or also these heads that just use stickers for eyes. Like, these are just so lazy and use such simple pieces. There is no building experience at all. Another set that has great building experience is the Dinosaur Fossils. There are 3 unique types of creatures that you need to build, and even the smallest and the most simple build, the one you would just make as kind of like a side quest to the 2 other giant builds, even that one still has a lot of pieces used for the legs and an extremely detailed ribcage. This goes for all the builds in this set, no matter if you're building the head, the tail, the ribcage, the legs, every single part is unique. And even the stand, the most boring part, still has special pieces used to allow for structural integrity for the dinosaurs that are built upon it. Plus, for places such as the tail, the parts where you would expect there to be the most repetition still changes up each segment slightly so that every part is a unique experience in some way. And by the end of it, you wouldn't feel bored at all, because every single part that you make comes together in a very satisfying way and allows you to feel that all your work for the previous hours has paid off into this amazing looking model. And because of that, I think the building experience is at least 60% of buying a Lego set. I mean, if I'm not allowed to build the actual model, then I'm just gonna go buy a better looking and cheaper model from some other company instead. Also, some other parts of Lego sets that I want to talk about are, for example, the Hedwig from the Hogwarts Icon set, where when you build the head, everything is super smooth and rounded and everything's seamless, right? But then when you actually build the face, it's on a slanted slope, and when you actually put it on, it just comes together so nicely. And the mere fact that the face is even put on a slanted slope is pretty interesting for the building experience in general. Another surprisingly interesting build that I want to talk about are Speed Champion sets. I don't usually buy Lego cars, but when I did, I came in with the expectation that, it's just a cheap $20 car. How complicated is it gonna be? But I have to say, I was blown away at how many different stud knot on top techniques that were used to even get the tiniest crevices of differences from color. Just seeing how the smooth slopes and the jagged edges seamlessly transition from one another is just a testament to how enjoyable the building experience was, getting every single detail in perfectly, all with unique and unexpected pieces. Finally, when connecting the panels of the ATSD and AT-ATs together, and seeing how all the extremely weird angles connect together properly, it's just always super satisfying. But now, as always with anything that's great, there will always be a darker side. And the first subject of this is Technic. Now, I've nothing against Technic sets in general. There are some pretty great sets from this theme, and although they do differ somewhat from the LEGO system, I've nothing against anyone that enjoys them. And with that said, to me, the building experience of Technic is incredibly boring and also painful. Well, for my mind and also for my fingers. I mean, you don't have to believe me, but you can just take it from the actual LEGO designer himself. I swear, if I have to look at another sea of black and blue Technic pins again, I'm actually gonna go insane. Plus, you know how I said that when you're building a LEGO set, and how everything you build, you know exactly what you're doing, and in the end, when it all comes together, it's so satisfying? Well, you can't really get that in Technic, you know? Whenever I'm building something, I have no idea what is going on, where this will be, and why am I even doing this in the first place. And you know how LEGO bricks connect together super easily? Well, Technic pins don't really do that. The tips of the Technic pins are slightly larger than the actual holes they're supposed to go into. So, good luck spending hours trying to connect large assemblies together. And obviously, this is an exaggeration, but maybe I'm just the one that's stupid and doesn't know how to use the correct way to build with Technic. From my own experience, I would rather stick with the traditional LEGO system, but mad respect to anyone that can endure this building process of Technic sets. Finally, let's talk about Minecraft. Minecraft is a very interesting LEGO theme because oftentimes it is very character driven, where the figures are the main focus of the set, which means that the actual builds kind of suffer a lot of times. Like, I don't want to build the same grass terrain over and over and over again, okay? Give me something interesting. And even bigger sets, where you would expect the building experience to be much more interesting, such as village buildings, even they are just cubes and you just build the same windows over and over again. You know it's bad when the most interesting part of a set in terms of building experience is the tiny piece of farmland. And I'm not buying a LEGO set to play farming simulator. Of course, Minecraft still has a lot of great things about it, but what I'm trying to say is that the building experience is definitely not one of them. In conclusion, maybe the real value of a LEGO set is the building process we endured along the way. Or maybe I'm just an idiot and you should subscribe for more trash content. Bye.